Hey guys, NotSilkOrSatan here, and today we are in a game called Fingerbones, which is a psychological horror game by David Szymanski? I hope I said that right. Probably haven't, but I'm sorry. Fingerbones is intended to be completed in a single sitting. There's no save function. It suggested that you set aside about half an hour to complete it. To exit, visit the door you started at. Use WADS to move, left mouse button to interact with the environment. Press escape to toggle the screen. Sweet. Okay. Nope. It's my weekend to get Katie, but I'm really not in the mood. I distracted her with the TV and came here to read. I couldn't interest myself in reading, so I tried to write. I couldn't write anything more than the usual handful of disconnected thoughts and theories. Medication didn't help, and divorce certainly didn't help. Because I'm not depressed. I'm enlightened. This is the result of 2 decades of scientific education and philosophical pondering. This is the price of knowledge. Okay. Chair. Can't do anything with that. This is a torch. It's a torch. I'd use my daughter's name as a door lock code in my survival bunker, but whatever keeps her happy, I suppose. She's like her mother, delicate, fragile version of her mother. Damn her. So he doesn't really like his daughter, because she reminds him too much of his ex-wife. Ooh, button. Is too reliant on emotions and not reliant enough on rational thought. If morality must be determined, and I maintain that it is a farce, it should not be determined by feeling. Feelings are nebulous and subjective and changeable. Rather, it should be determined by thinking. The actions of a natural creature are natural and thus moral, unless a concrete scientific reason can be given to prove them as immoral. But I did a bit of reading beforehand, so I wouldn't be stuck, seeing as I opened this game and then it crashed as soon as I left the room, but I had a bit of a run and then I was stuck for 20 minutes. So I've done some reading and there's several names, several words. Lynn, the name of his ex. That opens another door. Lynn backwards opens another door. And of course the escaping word at the end is what he's been after all along. So first things first, we exit the bunker. Generator. The background noises are so creepy. It finally happened. The whole world is a chaos of thunder and screams, and when the ashes settle, we'll all be wild animals again. I'm ecstatic beyond words. I haven't been able to reach Lynn for several days, and she's probably dead for all I know or care. But Katie was here when it started, and I have no idea what to do with her. Most of the town is dead. Katie and I only survived because we ran to the bunker. Perhaps this is what I've needed. Freedom from all the irrational rules and inane social values. Just pure, beautiful survival. I boxed up everything that isn't practical and useful. I burned all the books that weren't for scientific edification. I'd like to store the boxes in the cellar, but I can't get them down the ladder by myself. I just piled them up near the hatch. The blood would probably ruin them anyway. Blood of what? Whose blood? What? The tool room's been her name for years now, and I can't bring myself to change it. knife, saw, hammer. Okay. She remembered Father's Day and drew me a picture. I don't understand her. She's just like her mother. She just wants to waste time drawing pictures, and we're barely able to find enough food to survive. I turned her crayons into candles. We need more candles in case the generator goes out again, and it helps break up the monotony. I yearn for the excitement of those first few weeks. There's another one. There's cobwebs all over his home. What the hell? There are things I've wanted to do for years, desires I've kept locked in the back of my consciousness. It's been nearly a year since I've seen a woman, and I realise there's no practical reason to keep those desires locked up anymore. You better not have done anything to Katie. That's my sister's name. Yoink. I changed the storage room code to something I can easily remember. Nee, the rest of the word is missing. Yeah, that's the Lynn backwards. This is the Lynn backwards door. Into the storage room. I am a bag of DNA. Oh. I'll be down in a minute! I am a bag of DNA and I exist to make more of myself. I married and produced a daughter because my genes demand reproduction. I wrote books and created because creativity served as a survival advantage to my ancient ape ancestors. I built this place and took refuge in it and spent hours thinking up silly little artificial laws to live by because my forefathers built cities and societies to allow time and peace to reproduce and protect their genes. Dreams, loves, opinions, desires, beauty, innocence, figments of our collective primordial imagination. Fleeting electrical signals that fire across our synapses for a pointless moment in time. They used to serve a purpose, and now they are needless confusion. And here I am, last man on earth for all I know, ready to be freed from them. Boxes, chair, button. I need to stop pressing random buttons. Don't know what they do. Yoink. I don't like this. There's only enough food for one, so she's gonna die anyway. And I'm free now. Freedom. It took the end of humanity for me to find freedom. From a diary. She finally died last night. I don't know whether from starvation, dehydration, or blood loss. I threw her body in the woods. My fingers, my anti-religious artifacts, my testaments to moral and intellectual freedom are locked in the safe upstairs. I'm content in the knowledge I haven't done anything wrong. The father didn't know why he'd come back after all these years, starving and tired. He just wanted to see the cellar one last time. With one last flicker, the flashlight died and he was left in the pitch dark. He sat on the cold floor and closed his eyes. He could hear her now, even now. It was peaceful here in the cellar. It was free here in the cellar. Yikes. Game closed. All by itself. Love when that happens. It's creepy. It's horrible. I don't like it. But then it is a psychological horror game. But if it wasn't for the reading that I did before, then I wouldn't have known what to do. So make of that what you will. But I understand now why it had a mixed review on Steam. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave your thumbs, subscribe, and press the notification bell to be told when I upload more videos. I have to go for dinner now, because it is 5:20, and I've been trying to record this for like an hour, but it kept crashing. Yay! Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!